This is the new 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon X. Does it have what it takes to conquer our mountain test course? We're going to find out right now on Driving Sports TV.
It was about a year ago that we built our most difficult trail here at the mountain test course. We call it the Anaconda. Quite naturally, the first vehicle we sent up it was a Jeep Wrangler X. With its short wheelbase and excellent climbing skills, the Wrangler made short work of the challenge. Today, we're going to try it in another Jeep, the 2025 Gladiator Rubicon X. We know this has enough capability to make it to the top, but will that long wheelbase leave us stranded along the way? I don't actually know because we've never taken something with that much wheelbase up this climb.
For 2025, the Jeep Gladiator is mostly unchanged. Pretty much all they've done is rearrange the trims a little bit. Oh, yeah, and they also dropped the manual transmission. It is no longer an option. Apparently, nobody was buying them.
Under the hood is a 3.6-liter V6 engine that produces a peak 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission with both part-time and automatic four-wheel drive options. Both the front and rear are Dana 44 solid axles. Underneath, it has all the protection you would expect on a Rubicon, plus it also gets steel bumpers, recovery hooks all around, front and rear lockers, and a front sway bar disconnect. Because this is an X package, it is loaded with amenities, including 8-way power adjustable seats, a 12.3-inch display system, a 3-piece hardtop with removable panels, leather-wrapped wheel and shifter, plus front and rear trail cams with a spray wash. Our tester has additional options like the roll-up tonneau cover, bed rails, a spray and bed liner, all-weather mats, and special 17-inch alloy wheels. Price as you see it here, $68,470 including destination. As for the color, that is firecracker red.
Today we are going to start with our easier trails to get reacquainted with the Jeep Gladiator, and then we're going to see if this vehicle with a 137-inch wheelbase can make it all the way up the Anaconda. Windy, rainy day out in central Washington. Okay, what are we going to do here? Well, first, let's set up this Gladiator in the modes that we want to. First off, I'm going to put the transmission into 4 low. So we're going to basically go down to neutral, go all the way down into 4 low. Clicks, we're all good there. Back into drive. Now at this point, I can actually enable a number of features. I could do the off-road plus, which I'm going to do. I can disconnect the sway bar, which sure, why not? It doesn't hurt. And then I have the option for rear or front and rear lockers. Now I don't need to turn lockers on yet. First I want to kind of see what kind of traction control systems this vehicle has before we move on to the more, rugged stuff. I don't expect that this Jeep will have any issue with our trails. My only real concern is just the really long wheelbase over sections of the Anaconda. We have some ditches there where we'll probably use the rock sliders. And that's okay. That's what they're used for. Oh yeah, super low crawl mode. This truck has one of the lowest crawl modes you will find in the business because Jeep, that's what they're built for. So the Rattler here is an easy trail that we have. Crossovers sometimes have issues with it, with clearance, where we ding some rocks. This truck has over 11 inches of ground clearance, so I really don't think we're going to have any issues today. If we do, it'll be quite a surprise. The tires on this are Falken Wild Peak AT3Ws. They're the previous version of the Wild Peak all-terrain tire. And these are the proper Wild Peaks. Unlike Toyota, which does an OEM version of them that do not have the 3-peak rating, these ones actually do. And though it is raining today, I'm not expecting so much rain as to encounter any mud, although I would feel pretty confident attacking most mud situations with this truck. The mud out here can get a little treacherous at times. This suspension, it's smooth and gentle. It's very comforting even on a very rocky trail like this. Nice. So now we're going to go up and out. I'm just going to maintain some throttle. Again, we don't have any lockers on yet. I'm going to take the hard inside line and let's see what it does. Yeah, walks up it like it's no big deal, of course. I think we're going to have to find something harder. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the Sidewinder and see how it deals with that. Now, when I'm in 4 low here, I can go over to manual mode and switch up gears. I can actually use 6 gears in low range, which is kind of cool. Oh, turning radius, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do? Yeah, turning radius kind of sucks. Yeah, that's the way I thought. Okay, there we go. And along the ridge again. Over the ditch again. And down. So one really nice thing about our low crawl ratio is I can actually use engine compression to let me down the hill slowly. Just switch over to M1 and roll smooth. Of course, this does have a crawl control style feature, which we'll play with in just a little bit. Right here, I should go wide here. This has such an insane approach angle. Yeah, I can pretty much drive over anything with this. Right, let's set up for the Sidewinder. In general, I don't think Jeeps are very good on the highway. They're not good daily drivers, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are into them, but here is where they really excel. And it's really because Jeep just dials in so much articulation, and they also have excellent approach angles. This makes these vehicles able to get pretty much over anything with little to no effort. Oh, I do have a forward-facing camera here, which I can use, and I even get tracking lines, which is nice. So normally, yeah, there we go. We're going to lift a tire there just a little bit. And the traction control system kicks in and moves me forward. I mean, Jeep, they just make it so easy. Effortless. Like a simple crossover will struggle on this section. Let me just show you what my Bronco Sport was like. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh yeah, there we go. Rear diff for the win. And up and over. Ooh, we actually bottomed out a little bit there on that bump. Okay, this long wheelbase coming back to bite us. Yikes. All right, well now let's do the quick climb up here. Now we have the steep climb up. Going to watch my pitch and roll gauges here, see how steep it is. 15, 16, 18, 19. And we're just going to walk up it. 22, 23. Looks like it peaked out at 23 degrees. And now all the way to the top. I mean, it's just so capable. This is why so many people that are like really into extreme off-roading buy a Jeep Gladiator. They want a truck, they want a Jeep, boom, this is it. So far we've only driven slow trails, so let's do a quicker one now. I'm going to go ahead and go into neutral, shift it up to 4 high, back into drive. Off-road mode plus, is that? Yeah, that'll still turn back on. It did shut off when I switched modes. Traction control is off, and sway bar is still disconnected.
The lightning shows my weakness, the thunder knows my secrets. The storm is like a brother, it knows me like no other. So let it rumble, let it roll, 'cause it's all I know. You can keep your calm and easy, but that peaceful life ain't for me. The harshest gales call out from the tree, like it can sense the reckless in me. And when the clouds roll in, it's like I'm home again. Don't need your safe and sound, let the rain come down.
This trail is what we call Python Pass, and I have not yet driven it again this season, so it too is overgrown. But I'm not going to do it in 4 high. It's too technical of a trail for that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it back into 4 low. It's all the way down, drive. So there are 2 settings for 4 high in this truck. One is 4 high part-time and one is 4 auto. 4 auto is kind of like a clutch-based setup where it'll distribute power as needed. It's good for driving on the street. 4 high part-time locks that center transfer case so that it's basically a 50-50 split. It's like if you had a standard 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive part-time system, it does the same thing. So I'm in 4 low, off-road plus. I'm not going to lock anything, but I am going to use the select speed system on this one. Hit a button over there, select speed, use shifter +- to adjust. And I can adjust my speed from 0.6 miles per hour and up from there. So let's start with 0.6 and see what this does. So I do not have my rear locked. I just want to see how good the traction control system here is on this. And my foot's not on the gas or the brake. We're just going to let this truck walk itself up. And we're already at 25-degree incline. I think we can probably go a little faster. Let's go ahead and pull it. It goes up to 0.9. And up we go. Nice. Go a little quicker. I wonder if we have any rocks or trenches up here. I honestly have no idea. Wow, it's like a little forest is growing up here. Crazy. Oh, little slip there. It's a little loose. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the length of this truck might be the big issue for this turn up here. I am full lock. Are we gonna get around this? I think we're barely gonna make it. Oh, so close. Yes. You really have to pick your line carefully here because you just don't have the length to make last minute adjustments. Come on, this full crank. We're gonna make that corner. Oh, so close. But we're going to make it, and oh, wow, the plants really have gotten tall up here. I feel like I'm driving through a little forest. A little quicker. And keep in mind, no throttle, no brake. I'm just letting this do its thing. Now, if I wanted to, I could override either throttle or brake at any given time. Let's run that one over so it doesn't grow there. But I'm not. I'm just letting it do its thing. Got to cut this corner tight to get up this second leg. Oh, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? I got a bug in here. Come on, get out. The bug is still here. Get out. Made it to the top. Didn't think that would be a problem, but actually the select speed system did really good. No need for a locker there. But now I want to do a multi-point turn so that we can go down the ladder. Oh, yeah, I gotta totally do Got to totally pull in Austin Powers here. Oh, got to turn off select speed too because it keeps trying to override me. There we go. Now let's set up for going down the ladder using select speed. Turn on my forward-facing camera, see if I can get this tilt over quick enough. Ho, this is so steep here. Let's go ahead and turn on select speed again, and now it's going to manage not just the throttle, but it'll actually do braking as we go down as well, keeping us at that target speed, which is currently set for 0.6. Also, I'll get a reading on what our angle is here. We're at 26 degrees maximum, 27. It's steep. 28. Wow, that's 29. Oh, not quite 30. Disappointing. Go ahead and increase that throttle speed a little bit here. Go up to 1.5. So many hill descent systems and vehicles like bottom out at like 3 miles an hour. And I have to say that if you're going to give me just 3 miles per hour, don't give me the feature at all. I don't think that that's terribly useful. But if you can do these super slow climbs, that is something that I can get behind. Okay, go down. Again, can't see over the hood, but I can see with the camera. Nice. Now we're gonna just go ahead and put our wheel right in that hole. Just gonna upset the vehicle a little bit, see if it'll keep us at our speed. Oh, I forgot. So much articulation, it didn't even upset the vehicle, of course. Very slippery here. We're at 24 degree. Nice. Okay, well, I think we're ready to hit the Anaconda. Let's do it. Let's take a quick look at what we got here. So this entrance is usually pretty tricky, mostly because it's very loose and we have very large boulders which can get kicked up to the vehicle. So got to be careful there. Also, the lip, not normally a problem, but I think with this extended wheelbase, we might rub a little bit. So let's just take it slow, take it easy, and see how it does. So like before, I'm going to keep it into 4 low. I am going to lock my rear diff here. In fact, I'm actually going to lock my front diff too. Let's just lock it all up. That way the wheels will continue to spin and see if we can just march up the hill. See, sway bar disconnected, off-road plus is on. So we're just going to try to walk slowly up the hill. I can see on my gauge cluster that the front and rear lockers have both engaged. Slowly, slowly, slowly. This is 27, 28 degrees. Oh, and it walks it. Of course, it was fully locked. Kind of expected it to make it. Nice. We're just started though. Let's do more. There's a little ridge here, a little bump. Ooh, grind that underside. Thank goodness for body armor. Then we're just going to march up to the next section. All right, got to go wide, full lock. Oh, are we going to make it? I should have turned a little earlier. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and let's leave it fully locked. Actually, let's see what the traction control system can do. Let's go ahead and unlock both of those. Now let's walk the course. Oh, windy day. So what we have here is a very deep ditch. This will test departure. And then we have a couple ditches. This will really test breakover. And then we climb out of another ditch over there. Good stuff. No lockers. Sway bar is disconnected though. Oh, didn't even make it onto the course yet. This is where we see, is the back lifting and is the front dropping still? The back is, the front is dropping more than the back is lifting. I think we can muscle through this though. Oh yeah, no problem. It's a Jeep. Obviously the approach angle is amazing on this. It's mostly all tire. But we are going to drag that tow hitch in the back though, quite a lot actually. Okay, position the wheel directly into the ditches. Oh, that's a lot of rock rail. That is a lot of rock rail. Yeah, let's not completely demolish this thing. So what I'm going to do instead is kind of kiss the edge of the ditch here. So I'm not going full extension into the ditch. Right on the edge, always a little harrowing. There we go. Basically navigating around those really deep features, although I am going to dip a tire in probably up here now, but that's okay. Traction control getting us through. Again, no lockers are on right now. Getting through it. Oh, again, man, this wheelbase. I think this is why everybody puts 35s and 37s on this thing, is because it just doesn't have the breakover otherwise. Slight angle here. Kick it sideways, try to align with that rock. We'll probably drag a little bit on the back. Yep, there's the drag. Put wheel right on the rock here. Now, I don't actually use the camera a lot on this vehicle because it does have actually really good sight lines. That is one of the reasons why Jeeps look the way they do. It's with a purpose. Okay, well, we got up that. Should we try the final climb? Sure, let's do it. And no, I'm not going to do this one. This climb, we built it, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it starts at 27 degrees and only gets steeper. But it does help for turning around. Final climb. Now for this, I'm not going to muck around. I'm going to go ahead and lock both front and rear. Okay, so locking axles basically makes the front two wheels turn at the same rate, also makes the rear two wheels turn at the same rate, plus I'm in 4-low, which locks the middle, so basically everything turns at the same rate. So even if it's slipping, it's not going to lose power. It's going to put all the power down. And by the way, I am running at currently factory tire pressures, which is around 42 PSI. That's what they delivered it as. Grind our underside there. Going to put a tire on a rock right there. Just go super slow. If we go too quick, we could kick the wheel or kick our tire and shift to the side. That's how you can get high centered on stuff really easily. Oh, come on. Use those sliders. Oh, we did it. Again, effortless. A lot of that comes down to the tire too. You can take a look at the Armada that we took up here recently. Looking at that, you can see how the wheels were really struggling for grip. Luckily, the Armada actually has a really good traction control system. It was locked in the back, but was using traction control for the front, and it was able to get us out. We have this. We are going to probably hang a wheel off the edge, which is always fun. I'm gonna use those sliders, underbody protection. Yeah. And let's march all the way to the top. Let's just do it. Where it gets super steep, right the lip before we exit. What are we at here? 25 degrees is what that peaks out as. And over. So it wasn't without some issues, but we were able to get to the top, and that's what matters. This is the 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon X. It is the most comfortable and capable Jeep Gladiator you can buy. And I still don't love it on the highway. It's not something I would daily commute in. Jeep guys love these things, and I get it. That's fine. Not for me. I prefer something a little bit more comfortable for daily driving. I don't love the solid axles for on-road. That's, I think, kind of the big deal. However, when you're off-road, that's when these Gladiators come into their own. If you are actually adventuring every weekend or even a couple times a month, and you are going to hit some of the more complicated trails, obviously the Jeep is the right choice. The one thing I'm going to say though is that you do need more ground clearance with this. The stock breakover with the 33-inch tires, it's just not enough. You're going to get hung up everywhere. So either look for a lift, possibly, look for bigger tires, or maybe consider something with a shorter wheelbase. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share videos. We make them for you. Hope you enjoy them, and I hope you enjoyed this mountain test course review of the new 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon X.